Ladies and gentlemen, once again, it's DJ Marvelous on HTD Media. I'd like to welcome to my show my next guest. I've been trying to run this dude down for a couple years to get him to do this, but I'd like to welcome to my program Alex Scott.
What's going on, man?
Chilling, man, chilling. Hey, look, I was contemplating and running down your resume, but it's so long. I figure I just let you tell it and just tell me a little bit about
What I've done?
what you've done in comedy.
Hey, I started off when I was in the military. I was active duty military, and I was going through some stuff. Now, looking back at it, what I was going through was PTSD.
Right.
But at the time, I just thought I was a wild nigga. At the time, they were just like, this nigga Scott getting ready to get put out. You better get ready to find another career, Scott. And I was like, I ain't going to be able to use none of these cats for a reference. What am I going to do?
This was before you did any comedy.
This is before I started doing any comedy.
Okay.
And before I did any comedy, I had already lived in L.A.
Okay.
I moved there with my brother as soon as I graduated high school. I graduated in 91.
And again, you graduated from
Culpeper County High School.
Culpeper, Virginia.
I graduated 91. That June, that November, I was in L.A.
Okay.
At 18. No plan. You know what I'm saying? This is something that a lot of people don't know. And this is something I'm telling the whole world right now. I first moved to L.A., I got a record deal. There's no lie.
I've never heard this.
I never told people because
This is my next scoop right here.
Yeah. I got a record deal. Me and my friend, next door neighbor, kid named Ricky, his mom was the choreographer for the Fly Girls.
Okay.
So like
Living Color Fly Girl.
Living Color Fly Girl.
Right.
So J-Lo and all them before she was J-Lo. I remember her. They used to dance and practice in our community room.
Yeah. Was she fine back then?
Oh man, come on, man. You know that's why she left the Fly Girl. She was the flyest of the Fly Girls.
Right.
So I got a record deal with Quincy Jones.
You were rapping, singing?
I was a fake DJ. Ask my brother. This is all real shit. So the guy Ricky was a rapper.
Okay.
And they were like, who's your best friend? He's like, Alex. They were like, well, he gonna be your DJ. I'm like, I don't know how to DJ. So they would ask my brother. My brother used to take me up to Quincy Jones studio. My A&R was this dude named Rodney. They pretty much was giving me DJ classes like 2 days a week.
Okay.
And it wasn't even really DJ classes how to really DJ. It was more so just how to look when the video hit to know what to do.
Yeah.
So we doing all this, Then we had signed this other rapper from Houston, from Port Arthur, Texas. Man, this dude was fire.
Yeah.
And it just, I don't know how it all fell apart, but I was in LA. That was my first deal. A lot of people don't even know I was in the music industry.
Because when I was contemplating getting my thoughts together to interview you for this, because I remember back in the day, I just remember seeing you in the Go-Go back in the 80s.
I was just to be quiet and just kind of watch.
Playing basketball and all that. Yeah. But I had no recollection of you being a comedian.
Yeah, because I just was always kind of quiet and to myself.
Yeah, that's which makes me wonder further. Like, when did the bug bite you to say I'm gonna get up in front of people?
I was always that person though. Like on my high school bus,
yeah,
I was the person that would tell the person just want to fight me with. By the time we get to school, they be like, "Alex Scott, I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick." It got to the point where my mom drove me to school every day after 7th grade.
Okay.
After 6th grade, maybe 6th grade, I ain't ride the bus no more.
They want to fight you because they couldn't debate.
Because every day I would just be going on niggas, and we would just get to the point where they be like, "Alex, I'm whoop your ass," and then we would joan on the way back from the basketball games, and I was a JV in the 8th grade, and I would be frying all the way up to the seniors. I had a couple of people. We get all the way back to the bus. They like, "Alex Scott, I know that was you talking shit. When we get off, I'll fuck you up." And a couple of times I had to look outside, see if my brother was already out there to see if I could come outside. So, that was just always what I did, And our family was always entertainers. Back in the day, like you say, you see me in the Go-Go because my older cousin, Jason, was in Junkyard.
Yeah, okay.
Ever since we were 10, 11, whenever he would come to my grandma's house, he would always just bring this keyboard. Me and my cousin Chris be like, God damn it, Jason gonna bring this keyboard again.
Yeah.
So one day my mom said, you know your cousin in a band now. I'm like, what band he in?
Yeah.
She like, something sardines or something. I said, he ain't in no damn junkyard. She said, yes, that's the band he playing.
Okay.
And then, you know, ever since then, I would come to the Go-Go's and stuff like that. At that point now, I'm looking at him because that's my big cousin. So now I'm trying to get on this side of the microphone.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm in the Go-Go, I ain't in there dancing and calling out streets and all that. I mean, I had fun in there, but I'm watching the business now.
Yeah.
When I'm 15 years old, I'm already in with the dude Gene Pratt and Bugs.
Mm-hmm.
So they shooting it to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
calling me, hey, Lil Lane. That's what they used to call me because
Mm-hmm.
my cousins, my family names are the Lanes.
Okay.
So now to this day, man, when I do comedy in DC, I ain't Alex Scott. I'm Lil Lane in DC. they call me Lil Lane. I'm damn near 50.
Yeah.
I'm Lil Lane.
Yeah.
You know?
Man, it's funny, man, because our generation, you know, we're close to the same age.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I was 14 DJing at Jimmy's,
Mm-hmm.
which
I remember
which
that.
was a big deal, man.
It was a big deal.
You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, I'm watching you back then, though. I'm not even watching these cats.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm watching y'all, too. I'm like, okay, I want to be on that. I just knew I wanted to be on that side.
Yeah, my brother Footloose was 11 years old.
I remember that. Y'all used to
11
have I remember y'all with the madness hats down there with y'all. That's what I remember. The first time I think I really remember y'all, my first memory was y'all. Y'all used to have y'all madness hats on back there DJing with y'all pops.
Yeah,
And your pop said, I remember when he first started stepping back and kind of
Yeah.
letting y'all be the thing. He'd just be kind of back like, I just,
That
I
is
said,
the,
okay.
that is the gospel truth, right?
I
there,
remember
man.
that. I remember that.
See, you know, Jimmy used to the owner of Jimmy's Lounge was he was real integral in my growth as far as
Me
a
too.
businessman because
too.
he used to take me and pay me.
Yeah.
I was the leader of the group, right?
Yeah.
But my father was with us, but he would pay me.
Yeah.
And he would tell me little tidbits about business and
Yeah,
so
yeah.
forth. So, man, the point of this is that when you give those jewels to like little young people, they take that stuff with them and it carries them through the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
And it really affected me. But anyway, we're back to you, man. So,
No, but it's the same thing, though. Like, I don't know even if it was something that Jimmy seen in me back then,
yeah.
but I could get in at like 13.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy, right?
And if you remember, a lot of people remember me. They say, Alex, you always used to be sitting at the door. I would always just be kind of sitting in that cut where Jimmy was at.
Yeah.
Even not even really with him, but just kind of
just checking
watching
out things,
him,
man.
just seeing what's
Yeah.
going on. I always just wanted to be on the business side of it.
Yeah, man. Because you know another thing too, man. It was adults, man. So it was a little dangerous, actually.
It was.
You know what I'm saying?
It was.
But
Like, our parents would be in big trouble now for taking us
yeah,
down.
man, I would never let my 11-year-old kid go to
On
damn
top of
club.
somebody's shoulder to go like, hey.
Yeah.
So-
So you know, so anyway, so back to the point, right? You the funny guy. You got some. You picked up some entertainer tidbits here and there. So when did you first get in front of a crowd to actually perform comedy?
Hey, so when I was like I said, I'm in the military. So, but me and Andre Hackley, Poncho, we were all living in Largo, Maryland. I was still
I ain't
active
heard
duty.
these names in a long time.
I was
man.
active duty,
Right.
but we all had apartments in the same complex.
Okay.
So at night, it was just a big party every night.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Every night. When I say every night, I mean Tuesday night. We got one of our houses is jam packed.
This was the '80s, man.
This is the
I mean, that's
'80s and
how
the
it
early
go.
'90s. You know what I'm
80s,
saying?
early
So
90s,
we jam packed, and I used to just sit around, man. And I would just be talking and telling stories, and I look up. Everybody would just be mesmerized and they'd be on the floor like, man, tell it again, tell it again, tell it again. Like I said, so I'm like, me and my buddy was sitting there one night. He's like, man, we should try to stand up. My buddy Corey that cuts my hair up here in Pro Style.
Okay.
Me and him, we both supposed to start the same night. We like, man, let's start. And I'm like, man, I don't want to tell nobody. I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
So I found out it's the DC Stand-Up Comedian of the Year contest. You have to sell 6 tickets to get in the show.
To be on
To
the
be
bill?
on the show.
Okay, got it.
I buy my own $60 worth of tickets.
That's how you do it.
I just give them the 60 and like I'm on the show. So, but end up that night, Corey came. Like I said, Andre came. Poncho came. It was a little show in Maryland. And that first night, I came in second place in the DC Stand-Up Comedian of the Year contest. Never been on the mic before.
Did you
Out of 22 people.
how did you organize your
I
your
kind of
set?
did in my mind before I went.
Yeah.
I mean, too much, as much as what I could think about or what
Yeah.
I could know. You know what I'm saying? I think I might have stole 1 or 2 jokes, some shit I heard, but I mean, I rocked that joint, man.
Yeah.
Till this day, I think like that was still one of my hardest hitting jokes one night.
Man.
And it was just like natural to me. I got booked for my next show. My second show, I got paid $400
Yeah.
and got booed off.
Look, that was one of my notes, man. Like,
Yeah.
how does it see this? The thing I ask comedians anytime I have a conversation with a comedian, I'm DJing in front of thousands of people, man. But do not have the nerve to get in front of somebody and tell a joke
Oh, man,
of
it's
any
hard.
type.
It's hard.
Yeah, because I understand how to pull a crowd back in if I'm losing the crowd DJing, but I've seen you do it doing stand up. Can you can you
method.
articulate how you keep them entertained and enthralled in what you're talking about?
It's so tricky. It's like my little thing is I try to get them going and having a good time before they realize I'm trying to throw jokes at them.
Yeah,
Black people hate for you to try to throw jokes.
right.
If they see it coming, that's your ass. That is your ass. So when I first started, it was easy for me because I've never had a home crowd.
Mm-hmm.
I never have a home team. I never play in a home game.
Yeah,
I'm always on the road. Even when I'm in DC and that's my home city for comedy, I'm still that Virginia nigga.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I never lied when I went up there. I always said Culpeper.
Yep, yep.
So when my first, probably every Monday for my first year at the Conversation, I got booed.
Really,
Every Monday.
man.
Every
It
Monday.
has to be. It has to do something to your psyche to get up there.
It
and do that,
does.
though.
But a lot of people were scared to go to that club. It was Joe Clare's club called Tacoma State. You know what
No, I know what the
Conversation
conversation is. Yeah,
with Maisha and the hip huggers and
Yeah,
all
all
that.
that.
That used to be the spot early 90s.
Yeah.
Them Long Island iced teas and put you down.
It's been heavily gentrified now.
It's heavily gentrified
They have
now.
go-go's out there, man.
Yeah.
Bands out there, and they call and talking about the music too loud.
Yeah.
Like, but this place been here 40 years or however many years it's been there.
But every Monday, man, as soon as they say my next comedian straight out of Culpeper, Virginia, before I could even say anything, them niggas was like, boo! And I'm already fighting the boo before I get there half of the time.
Did they boo you because you from Culpeper? Or they boo you
Just because I was from Virginia.
Oh,
They ain't even
yeah.
give me a chance. You know how DC.
The-
It's new. It's different
Especially
now.
back then.
Because now they call it the DMV and it's so inclusive now.
Yeah. And half of
Back
them
then
ain't
it
from
wasn't
DC anymore
inclusive.
anyway.
If you could be from Pentagon City. And they can see your house from DC. And they would call you a Bama ass nigga. Them Virginia, Bama ass Virginia niggas. So, and to say Culpeper, that is put like the 10th power on my Bama-ness, my Bama-ness.
Oh, yeah.
So they were just going on me. So, but like, after about a year, man, they seen that I wasn't going to quit. You know what I'm saying? And I just started getting funny, man. I just started, like I said,